Welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Horst Lüning. I'm the master taster of Whisky.com, and today we have a brand new Bowmore here in my cask. It's called Number One. Number one thing. It's 40% ABV. It's priced around 30 euros, dollars, pounds, and it is a little bit more expensive than the 12-year-old or the small batch from Bowmore. And the small batch was the predecessor of this one because it used just first and refill ex-bourbon casks. And this Number One is now a whiskey which uses only first fill ex-bourbon casks, so it matures quite fast and it shows no age statement on it. So I have no idea how old it really is. And well, with the first fill ex-bourbon casks, you will have a lot of vanilla, caramel, coconut, everything which typically comes with the bourbon casks. What are they saying here? Maturing in first fill bourbon casks, unlock layers of peat smoke and sweetness in our Number One malt. Peatiness, well, Bowmore uses peated or over peat fire dried barley so that they have a ppm in the barley of 35, which is significantly less than on other distilleries on the Isle of Islay. And this typically helps me to find, well, layers below this smokiness. Today, as it was then, back to the roots, 40% ABV, I said that. 230 years of heritage. It was founded in 1779, so an 1800 whiskey distillery. Wow, 230 years. Grandfather. Yeah, exclusively matured in first fill bourbon casks. This Bowmore Number One malt is singularly special. Vanilla sweetness, cinnamon spice, and oak smoke beautifully complement the mouth-watering citrus, honeycomb, and coconut flakes, culminating in a peat-smoked bourbon, vanilla, and lime finish. Bourbon vanilla, better say Bourbon vanille. So this is French, and the Bourbon were the kings of France. They were the House of Bourbon. And because the French helped the newly established U.S. Army against the hated Englishmen, they named a county in Kentucky after the Bourbon family, and this moved to Bourbon, and the county as well moved to a different place over the centuries to come, so that the Bourbon country, Bourbon County, is no longer where the bourbon whiskey is produced. So the Bourbon vanille and lime finish open the door to a story of deeper character. Well, I will do that very, very soon. So here we go. Unfortunately, this whiskey is colored, saying on the back label. I got this bottle from the distributor. Thank you very much for it. So that I'm able to have a sip very fast and then do not have to wait for some weird bottle with a screwed cap or cork or whatever to taste it. So here, or for a miniature to appear on the market. No, here I got the bottle from the distributor. Thank you very much. So there's a definite smokiness on top, and the younger whiskey is, the more the smokiness is in its original manner. After years of maturation, these phenolic substances oxidize to more complex compounds, and then the smokiness reduces, but complexity of the whiskey starts. So this one is quite intense in smoke, so this might have been younger at the filling. Sweetness behind, vanilla showing up very fast. And some spiciness, probably the cinnamon, but I'm not quite sure. Citrus fruits appearing immediately. But no coconuts and no honeycomb yet. So this is quite straightforward. How do they say? One-dimensional. But it definitely shows this bourbon cask character. Not a bourbon cask influence as the American bourbons have, because this cask was already used for bourbon, so they took out those extremely aromatic oakiness up front. Yeah. Full mouth covering. The smokiness covers the inside of my mouth. There's some prickling spiciness at the tip of my tongue, but there's no bitterness at all. So this is fresh American white oak, which brings a little spiciness, but no bitterness. The citrus is there, has a little dry aftertaste. The smoke is still there and present. Yeah. So this is a good one, showing the depth and different layers of Bowmore whiskey, but I personally prefer the Bowmore with the sherry cask influence, because then the complexity rises and does not show these deeper layers, but everything mixes in a complex, smoky sherry aroma. And this one is quite straightforward, and I had one of those in the past. It was called Tempest. It was 10 years old, just bourbon casks as well, in cask strength, and this showed this straight American white oak taste as well. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned, there's more to come. And as always, feel free to share this video with your friends and give me a thumbs up if you like this video.